What is going on, everyone? It is Fair Play here, and we are back for match number 2 of this modern league here. This hand's got no creature other than fetching a Dried Arbor, so I think it's a bit of a mull. No companions from our opponent. Alright, so this hand's a keep. We're also won the die roll, we're on the play, all of that as well. So this hand's a keep. I think we just ditch the Dried Arbor, hope to chance the second mana source, and win the game that way. It could be like a little bit painful, but like usually Dried Arbor's a creature that, or like a land or creature that dies to removal anyway. So as like our second land drop, it's pretty fragile. On top of that, we only have one aura in our opening hand that can utilize it once. That's Spirit Mantle with the generic mana there. We've got no green auras in hand. So, you know, even if we were able to untap with it on turn 3, it's not really achieving that much, right? So here I'm probably just going to look to do double aura attack. Get some damage off that way. So Blood Crypt into Instant Leonate. Alright, Dredge is back. Alright, so usually against Dredge we want to end the game pretty quickly. We're a little bit unfortunate that we do not have a source of lifelink in hand. We've also missed our land drop here, which is really bad. I'm gonna hazard a guess that if we have any chance of winning this game, it's gonna be through drawing either Sentinel's Eyes or Daybreak Coronet. Oh, he's on Lightning Skelemental. Oh, okay. So it's the black-red Lightning Skelemental deck. And playing out Ethereal Armor there on the previous turn just then ups the chance of us, if we draw Sentinel's Eyes, casting that on curve, right? Or not quite on curve, but as our next aura, then we'll have a 4-power thing. So on Earth, here comes Lightning Skelemental. We have to discard some things. It's probably right to discard the Spirit Mantle there, actually. So then we could play double aura if we got land. So gonna get punished here a little bit. I think our opponent's gonna look to just chain some Lightning Skelementals together. Us just getting this Hyena Umbra down should hopefully be enough. And it's very likely we lose this Spirit Mantle. I just double clicked on Griff Spoons because I was like, oh, these come back from the graves. Easy choice. But of course, discarding this Spirit Mantle was better than the second Griff Spoon. I could have taken an extra 2 points and dealt an extra 2 damage. Plus had evasiveness, which is pretty nice. So we lose our Spirit Mantle there. We fog a little bit of damage, and our opponent's in a situation where they can escape for 5 and get back a Croxer. We're in a situation though where we can put them to 7 life, so like dead to 1 more attack. So we'll just go for that. Just go full race mode, and maybe we draw an evasive effect, a Rancor or Griff Spoon, a Spirit Mantle. We've got 1 boon and 1 mantle left in the deck. We've got 4 Rancors though. That or Daybreak Coronet, all of these effects really strong. Give us pretty good potential to win the game, right? On the spot. This opponent was about to just jam Croxer. Now they're thinking about their turn a little bit more. I guess if they jam Croxer there, they go to 6. We've got 6 power. They're forced into chump blocking. Croxer dies. They don't advance the board state at all. So maybe they're looking for a land source that doesn't hurt them here. They've really slowed down. But again, we haven't played this game perfectly. We should have a Griff Spoon on the board, threatening our opponent. Alright, they've gone for the Croxer by the looks of things. We'll lose Agadeems for Instant Neonate. Okay. Okay. Alright, here, let's just go for the attack. Opponent's just going to chump block. They're going to get a sack. They're going to get to build their graveyard a little bit, which is pretty powerful for their deck, right? And I think the best line for us is to lead Glade Cover Scout in hand. That way, if our opponent Croxes, we get to draw a card off of it. If they Lightning Skelemental, It's got trample anyway, so it would make us discard anyway. But we're not losing 2 cards, and this way we can cycle our Horizon Canopy and try and find the clutch aura to win next turn. If I Horizon Canopy during my turn and draw anything other than land, there's a potential it gets discarded to the Lightning Skelemental attack, so that's why I'm leaving this instant speed as well. Alright, here comes the Croxer. Opponent takes a point of damage to do it. Technically, we should actually be sacking the Horizon Canopy there in response. We might find something else we want to discard instead. Huh. We got another creature or instant Leonate. Alright, let's look for some action. Zero cards left in our opponent's hand. If we attack here, they chump block with instant Leonate. They can start. They can draw a card off of it. Then they can Croxer attack, deal 3 damage to us. I think we sort of have to force the issue there. We might have been better off actually playing the Glade Cover Scout than going for the line that we went for. Just off the back of us knowing what our opponent was doing. Here we can actually keep the Hyena Umbra in hand to save 3 points of life. I guess it's better against them having Lightning Bolt and the aura doesn't add lethal. We already have lethal, so I'm going to do that. This game would definitely be over if I'd have kept the Grispoon in hand though and played double aura on turn 3. Opponent cycles the Sunbaked Canyon. Here's the attack. So we go to 5. Another chump blocker, a Croxer this time. Alright. We go to 2. Do they have the Lightning Bolt to finish us off? Alright, there's the Lightning Bolt as well. Opponent had it all. That's our fault for misplaying. I'm not going to complain about bad luck there. We definitely misplayed that one. So our ley line's going to be good here. Our graveyard hit is going to be good here as well. I think we can probably expect some sort of ratchet bomb effect, but I'm not sure I want to just blind sideboard into it. Torporob's pretty ghastly bad. So probably the weakest effects I would say would be these Spirit Mantles. Our core Spirit Dancers are also pretty fragile as creatures. I think maybe I'll take out 2 Spirit Dancers and 1 Spirit Mantle there. Take out the Knight of Autumn as well and bring in the 4th ley line, the Surgical, and the Rest in Peace. The 2 Surgicals. Alright, so starting hand is this one here. So that hand had obviously no creature. This hand's looking really good. I'm going to keep it. It's missing a mana source, but what the hey. Don't have too much of an option there. I think there's a pretty good chance that like Daybreak just gets discarded and that we want the Totem Armor. Alright, let's ditch the Totem Armor and just go a little bit risky here. Alright, opponent cast a Stitch of Suppliers. They get to mill a couple of cards. And they mill another Stitches supplier and a Village Rites. Additional cost to cast a spell, sack a creature, draw 2 cards. Let's get down the Ethereal Armor here. Actually, no, I should be putting down the flying. I've misplayed twice now. If I put down flying there, I stop my opponent from just having a chump block with the Stitches supplier, so I stop their game plan. Which they don't go for. They might have a Village Rites and be looking to sack it instant speed. Yeah, so there's the Village Rites. I imagine here's the discard spell. Unearth, Lightning Skelemental, and we have to discard. Alright, well, I'm going to ditch the... I think Rancor Boggle here. Keep Daybreak, Grispoon. And do we hit lands for the win? We do. Alright, cool. There shouldn't be like anything they can do about this. Opponent 10 cards in the yard though. It's a fair chunk. Short of like Croxer or a Thoughtseize effect, they can't make me discard the Grispoon with Lightning Skelemental attack. Obviously, we have a big Vigilance First Striking chump blocker, so I think we just have this one. Alright, they get Thunderclaw Awakening. Or Thunderkin Awakener. So I guess we just jump block this Lightning Skelemental, protect our hand. They sack it with Village Rites, and it's not too bad. We take 1 point of damage. We don't have to discard anything. We Grispoon, attack them to 1. Any aura, any 1 mana aura for the win here. Alright, opponent concedes. Alright, on to sideboarding. Alright, so opponent has pretty like hard stuff. Pretty hard centered around their graveyard. I think maybe we might just want the extra Spirit Mantle here. Discarding Core Spirit Dancer probably. On the draw, it's pretty unlikely we win with the Spirit Dancer, right? Alright, so opponent's on the play. This hand's pretty straightforward mull. This hand is still a mulligan, and we've got a keepable one. We really need to hope to like keep our creature, right? I ditch these auras, and hey, if we get some Vigilance online with some First Strike, we're really good. Just need to dodge that Thoughtseize. Alright, no turn 1 Thoughtseize. Sweet. I don't even know if like my opponent does a turn 1 Thoughtseize, has it in their deck. Alright, so Bogle out, pass, and let's see what else they can do. Alright, here comes a Croxer. Here I think we're supposed to discard an Ethereal Armor so we can guarantee both Ethereal Armor and Sentinel's Eyes next turn, because Vigilance is very, very important here. Alright, we rip Daybreak off the top, so if they can't make us discard, we just win off Daybreak pretty much. I wonder if there's an argument to like just not attacking in case they Lightning Skelemental. I have a feeling like maybe it'll win you some games, but in the like as in graveyarding the Sentinel's Eyes, playing double ethereal armor and not attacking. Then if they just do like another Croxer though, you discard it anyway, was the point I was getting to. Dang. Opponent going pretty hard on the effects here. Hand full of stuff. My hand's completely empty. And I have to hope he doesn't make me sack a creature somehow. No ley lines in any of these matches, which has been pretty surprising. Hit Speaker the Devil has arrived. Alright, so what's he doing? Recasting, unearthing the Croxer. Village Rights to sack it again. Wow. He's just, I guess unless it's escaped, they can't keep it on the battlefield. He's going so hard with these Village Rights and these unearths, so. Insolent Neonate, sure. Alright, what do we find now? A Hyena Umbra? Well, that's a free aura. It's also Totem Armor. Bigger creature, we can now chump block a Crox, or we can now profitably block a Croxer attack as well. So, smack on in there, and if they chump block, they probably use the sack effect here. Hopefully we find an aura which can just push the damage past them. We're running 9 different auras that can do that. Opponent discards this evoke creature, dealing 6 damage to target creature when it leaves the battlefield. Evoke for 3. Okay. So evoke is like you can cast it for its evoke cost, which is significantly cheaper than its converted mana cost. But if you do, sacrifice it as it enters the battlefield. So you get the enter the battlefield effect, and then you sack the creature. So here I'm sure comes Croxer. Fortunately, we can deal with Croxer pretty well all day. Opponent also goes for the fetch line there. I'm sure they're just going to try and keep some extra creatures in the graveyard though or something. They need to sack 5. This doesn't have flashback, does it? No, just cycle. So yeah, looks like Croxer here. They've tapped 4 mana. They're paying some sort of costs. Interesting. They leave this one in here. And Insolent Neonate. I guess they didn't have much of a choice. So we lose a bit of life to Croxer there. Opponent's still 4 cards in hand. Can we see something? We cannot. We found a Bogle. I think on the balance of probabilities and maybe my opponent doing a Liliana or something, it's much higher value to avoid the blowout by playing this Bogle here. Also, my opponent's not blocked there. They probably need Croxer to win, but they're probably playing one of those black destroying enchantment effects. There's, I think, a 2 mana instant one, but I think there's a 3 mana sorcery one that also targets creatures and things. Blood Moon. Here he is. That's definitely a card the deck can play, but it's not something that I'm going to be interested in sideboarding for hugely, because I'm pretty sure it's only just a splash. Like, they're pretty heavy on like the non-basic lands, so it's more of a hate card for Titan that splashes hate onto us than what it is. I don't know. I don't think it's a 4 of in the deck. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe something like Night of Autumn would have been really clutch. Now we need to draw either Grispoon or Spirit Mantle, so still drawing to 5, but Rancor's been switched off. Alright, and my opponent chooses not to attack. We've drawn another Leyline here, so we're just getting in there for 6 points of Vigilance, and looks like my opponent's going to be the one chump blocking here. And if they want to attack us, we can discard a Leyline, I suppose. They might try setting up like a double Thundermaw Hellkite. Lightning Skelemental turn. But I think that would require 4 black mana. Opponent plays a Croxer. Legend Rule applies. Also ETB and Sack Trigger applies. We discard Leyline. We don't take any damage. Another Thunderkin Awakener. Alright, so if they attack with the Thunderkin Awakener, they can return a Insolent Neonate and start digging again. Or just get a chump blocker out. Opponent is finally down to 1 card in hand though. I think at this point, if we like start blocking their Croxer as well, I think it's going to be pretty clutch because they're not going to be able to get any more cards in the graveyard to get the Croxer back later on. Go for the chump block here. We actually draw our basic forest, which is pretty gas. So now we're back to drawing to 9 auras that just end the game for us, while just having a big 6-power creature, which is Everlooming Threat. Second Blood Moon from my opponent. Sweet. Alright, I think we're pretty good to take this one. Alright, there it is. Alright, so we cast out our Grispoon, we go for our attacks, we get in there for lethal, and yep, good time. And yeah, we probably didn't deserve to win this as much as we sort of ended up getting there comfortably in the end. We are fortunate that we have these Sentinel's Eyes in the deck, extra sources of vigilance. Without the vigilance here, we would have been in a world of pain, right? On top of that, we got there after misplaying quite badly in games 1 and games 2. But like just the power of our deck and power of the matchup got us there. So, I mean, I'll take it, but it wasn't the cleanest thing I've ever done, right? Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think down below. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe for daily Bogle content and ring the bell for more. Thanks once more. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.